Hey, what's up, best buds? I should have had this set up. Oh my god. Give me 1 second, y'all. Watch out, Chinese. I think this is gonna do it though. It's gonna do it though. Let's see. I think it's gonna do it. Yeah. Okay, I just can't see myself. But what's up, best buds? It's your girl Eastside Mary Jane, and I'm back with another video. And please forgive the rawness of the videos. What I'm trying to tell you is that Sister Girl is going through a little rough spot, a rough dry spot right now. So I got to keep these videos raw, but I want to keep on giving y'all footage. Like, I want to give y'all content. You know what I'm saying? I rocks with y'all. And I know that it's always a while, but we're not even going to get into that. Today, we're going to talk about help. Okay? Not all help is actually help. Okay? People, remember, are freaking people are experts at putting labels on other people, and sometimes it's only a mind fuck. If I say babe, that's my baby, and I'm trying to get you to buy me a new pair of shoes, trust and believe that those words that I use that is going to give you them little doses of dopamine is going to get you to buy me what I want. So when people put labels on things, it can blind you. It can make you think things that really isn't real. I'm on my healthy kick right now. I got carrots and celery. And basically, this is like the beginning of this little fad thing that I'm going to try for 1 month coming up. So I'm sorry to get off topic, but I got to say this. I had wrote a book called The Food Diaries, and it has a 28-day fruit challenge. Once I get my order, I am going to do the 28-day fruit challenge, okay? And I'm going to show y'all like what fruit can do for you. All right, so anyway, let's talk about help. Why all help is not help in fact. Well, let's first understand what help is. You can tell I just be having like a whole lot of random things on my mind. Because I jumped from like the fruit thing, and I was referencing why I'm eating vegetables right now. But okay, so help basically is the aid, the assistance in getting someone from one space to another, or helping, or how can I do this? Because I'm not looking at a dictionary right now. I'm just trying to generate like some type of definition for help. Basically, it is aiding someone to accomplish a goal, to accomplish something, to get from one place to the other. And it doesn't have to be a physical place, just, one level to the next, or out of a situation. And I'm going to give like the same analogy that was going around when the Black Lives Matter thing was happening. When they was trying to say Black Lives Matter, and then the other people were like, well, all lives matter, and then you had the Blue Lives Matter. And it's the fact that if my house is burning down, that does not have anything to do with all houses, blue houses at all. My house needs the immediate help. I need help here so that my foundation won't go up in flames. And you know what I'm saying? So I need you to bring some water or something to my house to put this fire out. Your house isn't on fire. So it's the same concept. When you ask people for help, your house is on fire. You know what I'm saying? And what people do is so crazy. People will look at your situation like, oh, she got a house. At least, so if I help her put this fire out, how can I benefit? You know, how can I get something out of the situation? People do not offer genuine help. You know, that's why nowadays when you do stuff with people, I mean, especially business or in a sense where someone is helping you, it's like you almost got to write a freaking contract just to keep things, you know, on the boundary. I'm going through the same situation, where I went to somebody for help and they looked at me as an opportunity. How does that make sense? Especially when I hold more responsibility and for other lives than this person that I asked for help. You know, and those types of scenarios will turn your world upside down because now you asking to be bailed out of a situation where you need help in, and then someone else looks at you as an opportunity and they putting you into a whole nother situation. Those type of people have the biggest audacities because they need help themselves and they're not saying it. So they'll try to make you look bad when all in actuality their intentions was never good from the beginning. And this is the outcome of it. Trust and believe. In situations like that, God is not going to allow you to sink or fall flat on your face. He might allow you to feel the blows and, you know, feel the shock of the situation and to understand it and to really ingest what's happening around you and see people for who they really are. But he's going to pull you out of that situation. He's going to pull you out. And, I mean, you really get to see people for the predators that they are. People become predators when you need help. They become predators, like people that you value, that you love, that you cherish. You really get to see the other side of them when they have the upper hand. Men, women, all alike. If you good, you good. If you not, trust me, it'll show. You know, some people expect you to always be in that situation. When you come for them, come to them for help. They want you to be, they love that situation where you are beneath them and you need some help. So they'll orchestrate things to keep you feeling like you'll always be in that situation. This is when your power is tested. Man, everybody was born with their strength, but if you allow yourself to fall flat because someone else is testing you, you're going to fail the whole divine test in itself. See, sometimes God puts us in situations because he knows that we've been rocking with the wrong people for so long, and There's this one classic meme that I love. It's God removes you from situations because he heard conversations that behind your back that you didn't hear. And that's what I mean by when he remove you or he allows you to see these things, he wants you to believe it. You know what I'm saying? And if you repeat it, because this is the thing, right? To someone, especially to the predator, let's call the person that you ask for help the predator. The predator is always going to feel like you're doing the same thing over and over. This looks crazy. You may not be doing the right things with your life or handling your responsibilities because you need the cycling of help. Now, you never, until you have that conversation, you don't know why this cycle is happening. It could be a cycle to expose you. It could be a cycle because this person is working really hard in a way that you don't understand in their life, which means that sometimes they have to sacrifice things to get what they want. And that's a far ahead. And yeah, you're going to hit a couple of rock bottoms. So, you would look for other people that you love that's supposed to be around you for support for that. And they're supposed to understand. But no one has a conversation. They like to assume things in their head and come up with their own stories off of what makes them feel good, right? Whole freaking time, you are destined for greatness and they are worried about your downfall so much that they aren't even working on themselves. You know what I'm saying? So these predators see you in your cycle and they may be like, this person just is never going to get it. They irresponsible. They, they probably bullshitting with life, X, Y, and Z. That's all the assumptions because they're never going to come to you for clarity. Never. Remember, you asking them for help is popping their cherry right now. So they don't even want to know, what the reality is. They don't even want to know. And if you do give them reality, it's an excuse. Like they want to tell you you're making excuses. They do not understand what you're going through. So why even offer to help? Like that's my thing to the predator. Why say yes in the beginning? You know what I'm saying? Why open your space up? Because you have the power to say no and have that person move along to someone else who might actually help them. Where all of these situations that came out of just a simple aid would not have happened because their intentions would be better than what the fuck yours are. You know what I'm saying? The predator does not have good intentions. The predator is looking at you as an opportunity for them or as a slave, a wheel that's always going to be rolling under their car. See, as long as they can keep you in that position, they can always look like they are up there. You know what I'm saying? They always want you to feed into them or pour into them. And they don't ever think that you're supposed to take the time for yourself. So let's say, like in my situation, I asked someone, I had to move in a pandemic, and I asked someone close to me that I've been in this situation with before if they could help me by allowing me to stay with them so that I could prove that I work, so I could get some pay stubs, because I'm not one to like make the fake pay stubs. There's a lot of people doing that type of stuff. I'm not good with lying to get anything. So I asked, the person is, could I stay? And like I said, I've been through this before. So initially I was like, let's write a contract. Let's write a contract for my safety and your safety. And they kept on going around the bush. Let's wait. So are you going to charge me? This was like before I even got to the place. Are you charging me? But I don't know. I mean, danced around the question. And I had this time everything executed because of the previous times that this happened. How I should navigate to avoid these situations between me and this person. This person tracked me. See, this person is a person that's used to doing this to people. They look at people, they look down to people, and when people ask them for help, they look at them as an opportunity window. So it's never really genuine. So over time, and the time don't even have to be that long, you'll start to see this person's true colors, and now you trapped into a situation that you tried to avoid. You know what I'm saying? And that's why if someone comes to you for help, it is your responsibility to gauge them with whether you can help them or not. You know whether you can help someone, genuinely help, meaning put the fire out. You're not asking for 555, 55, 55 because you help to use your hose to put the fire out. You put the fire out and you are happy for this person because you helped to save their house from burning down, and now their family can return home. You see the difference? You're not like, oh yeah, they owe me because you don't remember that time I put the fire out? Ma'am, then you should have just stayed in the house and I could have called them at the fire truck. You know what I'm saying? What you won't do, other people will do. It's just the fact that I know that you are the person that I feel the most comfortable coming to. Like, you're my loved one. Why would you try to take advantage of me? But people do that. People freaking do that. Now, give me 1 second. I gotta wash my hands. I do not see how people eat and talk. Like, I'm a solid eater. I can't talk and do a lot of things. Like, I need this whole to be doing one thing at a time. So I think I'm pretty done for now with that. But oh my gosh, guys, I drink Pepsis and Cokes like a pig. Anyway, so where was I with the helping thing? Yeah, so they looking at you and they like, want to have something to throw back in your face or whatever. Now, like I said, sometimes you repeat these cycles with people, not because it's your fault, not because it's anything that you did, but believe me, divine intervention always comes into play, and that is working behind the scenes on the unphysical realms, on the ones we can't see. So sometimes we go around in these circles, not because of our cycle, but because of someone else's cycle whose life that you are, that you impact. A loved one of yours. Like, I have a loved one, I'm a loved one to someone else. So when I come back into your cycle, regardless of what it looks like, pay attention to what is really happening in that cycle. Now, sometimes it's a great reveal of who this person is. Maybe the first time you didn't get it. Especially if this person is a person that when you have stuff, y'all are mostly on the up and up. Like, y'all good. But as soon as you don't have anything and you need help, this person is throwing you under the bus. They making up lies. They manipulating stories, all of these things that make you look bad and to make them look like a victim or to make them look good. When all in actuality, they were the ones who had control of the whole situation from the beginning. They had the power to say no. No one's a victim to something that they tried to manipulate and the shit ain't falling in their way. So God allows you to see just how bitter, just how cruel, how fucked up people can be and will be to you when you don't have shit, because he wants you to believe it, remember it, perceive it, and act on that. So when you move forward, you will, number one, never have to come back to that situation. And when you do better, number two, You know who and who not to fuck with. Simple as that. You know who literally treated you like a alley cat at the shelter. Like, you know who did that. You felt those feelings. You was there. No one was there with you. You hear the stories. You hear the gossip. You hear, you see the people acting funny. You see people monitoring you and seeing if shit is true. But no one is coming to you to find out what the facts are, because people love drama. People love to hear, certain things. It just makes them feel better about themselves when they hear certain things. But those are the people who are going to learn the biggest lesson, because they've been getting off on life doing this to people. Trust and fucking believe it. These people, people spend a lot of time posting things and exploiting things that they did that brought them happiness and they never really express the fucked up times or when people did fucked up shit to them. Never, never, never. They never want people to see that. And then you got some people that's out there and they really, they highlight that part of their life. Like, I feel like I'm one of those people. I don't really want to fake to my audience. And I feel like if I don't have anything good to talk about or something that I'm really passionate about, it's not going to be as authentic. It's like I'm going to be making it up. And I'm sorry that a lot of things that happened in my life was negative or bad, or it taught me lessons, grand lessons. But that's just my life out of all the other YouTubers on YouTube. That is how it is. So, and I'm saying this because I felt bad about my YouTube channel. I felt like I would always come to YouTube when things was kind of bad in my life. But I really feel like that is where I feel strongest at. Telling my stories, telling my experiences, and helping people to grow from them. If I came on here and talked about makeup or, I don't know, just some superficial topic, trust and believe I'm not going to be that passionate and I'm not going to have that much to say about it. Not unless we having a full-blown conversation. But literally, I can't just generate bullshit to feed to my audience. So I go through these things, and I feel like that's the best teacher, when you can come back and let people know, hey, this is what happens out in this type of game. But this is the game of life that I'm talking about. This is just pure, can you hold a door open for me? All the way to, can you put my fire out? You know what I'm saying? Can you put that house fire out? And sometimes these kinds of conversations are avoided and overlooked because they too real. So many people are out here doing that, and that goes back to my point of what I was saying at first. They exploit all the good things and the highlights of their life. Like, they never had any fucked up times in their life, arguments. They never crying, they never sad, so it kind of takes the hardship niche out of social media. When someone has a problem or experiencing some type of bad situations and they go to social media to post it, you got people like, I don't care about that. People don't care. And but let it be drama. If someone getting killed or beat up, they all on it. And that is what social media has actually created. A lot of insensitive, desensitized people whose emotions are kind of warped when it comes to aligning them with actual experiences. So for instance, I saw like a video where this kid was like, he looked like he was 11 or 12, up on his uncle, dad, or whoever's neck. They was in a pool and the dad threw him up in the air and he landed back down on his head, and this man's neck just, like, it instantly broke. And I don't know if the man died or what. Like, you just seen everything get fat, and they both fell in the water. The camera cut. And people, I couldn't even freaking get into my head. I'm like, these people are laughing. Like, all on the comments, Best Buds, they were laughing it was so crazy, and I could not believe the response to that. I was pissed off because I'm like, how could you laugh at that? You don't know what happened to that man after that. This shit is not funny. But this is the type of response that you get from people until it's happening to them, which I really don't understand that balance because people so fucking sensitive nowadays. You laugh at other people pain, but when it happens to you, you ready to cry, kill yourself, jump in front of a car, shoot some like sensitive. And it's just so backwards to me. But this is how it is out here. So, to me, if you look at my social media or the way that I market myself or present myself, it might look pretty negative, gray, dark, whatever. I can feel the negative undertone over it. But if you see me in person, in reality, a bitch is happy. I'm happy. I wake up happy. I'm singing. I might be triggered now. Triggered and happiness can go together. You can be happy until somebody pull your card or trigger you, and you can go off for a little bit and then come on right reeling back in. Because overall, your inside, my inside, I'm freaking happy, regardless of what's going on the outside. I've came to a lot of different epiphanies, and I've came to a lot of different beliefs and understandings and acceptances in my life that allows me to be like, you know what, regardless of what happens, you can freaking be happy. Now, if I had to stand outside on a bus stop for 2 hours, of course I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off. Maybe, I don't know, if it's really cold, I'm gonna be uncomfortable, cranky a little bit. But if I had my headphones in, some gloves, hat, trust and believe I'm making the best out of that. Like, I'm making the best out of that 2 hours. And that is the whole point. You have to make the best out of your situation, regardless of what you are in. Because people who help you think you are supposed to look like shit. They think you're supposed to look like shit until you can pay them or get out of that space. But the whole time you're around them, you are literally supposed to look like worse than like when you came to them for help. That is what they believe. Like, if you had any type of come up, you spending $10, $5, like, it is a problem to their whole existence. It is. Like, it don't matter if you have to still have your own personal needs met or if you have children. Like, these people, and I'm only saying it because I'm experiencing it. And it's unfreaking believable at this level, especially from the people who you think would care about you the most, because that is what you thought. Like, that's how you thought things were, but apparently it's not. So you have to have that much strength, poise, courage, ambition, just all of that. You gotta suck it in. You gotta get it from your ancestors, get it from God, suck it in, hold it, and swallow it, baby. Swallow that and put it in your heart. Put it in your heart. And when you interact with other people that's out there, I mean, for me, like, I talk to people at the supermarket, on a bus stop, on a bus, when I'm walking, I don't care. Like, I exchange with people all the time. Everywhere I go, I make sure I have positive exchanges. That way, I give them a little bit of my light, and whatever reaction that I got from them filled me back up, because 9 times out of 10 they laughing, they saying something back that's equally as funny or great or whatever. But that exchange is very important when you are around toxic ass people. Like, boy, oh boy. Like, if I really told you guys my story, I don't even think you would think I would be literally pulling my hair out and all types of shit. But I started to, but I just want to give doses of that because I'm still kind of going through the situation, and I don't want to flame any embers because the embers are not out, but I don't want to flame any embers as I'm trying to get out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? So all I can do is help my audience, to my best buzz, to understand that, hey, this is a whole part of life that people don't talk about on social media. Like you hear more about aliens and shit like that, which is, I'm not saying they're not true. I'm not. But you hear more about that than the reality of what we're dealing with more every day. So people are lost. Like I just read someone else's status yesterday, and he was like, "What did he say? Oh yeah, you when once you find out you can't trust anyone, who the fuck do you talk to when you're going through shit?" And I'm like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I talk to God. I talk to my ancestors. Sometimes you just need that the companionship, spiritual communication or prayers, meditation is very different from having a physical person exchange information with you. You know what I'm saying? It's different. So sometimes us as human adults on this 3D planet, we look for that interaction. And not everyone, I mean, there's hardly anyone anymore that seems like you can just go to and talk and trust. And, there's even scandal at the church. So it's like you got to pick and choose your battles. And best buds, I feel like this is the one right here for me. YouTube, even though I've been struggling with this, I'm going to tell you something. I've been going back and forth with a lot of things in my life. So I might start some shit, and to the newbies that's in my life, they might be like, oh, she biting. Baby, check my record, okay? I've been doing this shit since I was in middle school. Check my record from singing to poetry to rap to acting to dramatic reading contests to, I never danced before. I wanted to, but then got into a fight with my ex-boyfriend, broke my finger the summer I was supposed to go to dance class. So I just think I'm supposed to have 2 left feet. I don't know. I cook. I feel like I can act. Like I can act. I don't know what it is about this YouTube, Facebook, any type of social media, and I'm trying to make videos. Like my personality does not shine through all the time. Like it's almost like when you take a camera or the phone and someone's on it and you give it to a baby so they can be like hello or animal and they get quiet. Like if they talk, the phone is gonna suck their voice out. Like I never understood that. Like they know something we don't. But yeah, that's how my personality is when it comes to like this video stuff. It's just like, But yes, baby, even my YouTube, I've been doing this. Go check the dates on my YouTube back in the G, okay? And it probably wasn't consistent. I mean, but I've been doing it. Speed dating, doing hair. Come on now, clothing line. Come on now. I wrote 2 books now. Come on now. I'm never biting. Some people, that I encounter, I'm even older than. So maybe I dropped the ball and I stopped doing things, but I then came back around and picked it up. Can't be mad at me, okay? Be mad at me for the way I'm killing this coke, though. But yeah, I just feel like that's a bunch of weird bitch energy, which is something I'm going to touch bases on before we leave and before we wrap up. I wanted to eat more of this stuff. Like with this macaroni and cheese, you cannot have it sit. It's like McDonald's fries. But weird bitch energy is a term I made for weird bitches. And weird bitch energy is not just from females. You get weird bitch energy from males as well. Let me give you an example. So there's a dispensary that I go to, right? I've been going to this dispensary probably since 2017, around the time I first got my MMC card. Okay. So all the people at this dispensary, like they were pretty cool. They cool as fuck. When I started my clothing line, I was bringing them like t-shirts and all of that. And I don't know who actually runs that dispensary, but apparently the t-shirt thing started drama And you never really know what's going on because none of these people were my friends. They were just like um, people that I see a lot because I smoke a lot and I go there a lot. So yeah, I'm just talking to them, building rapport. But it's not like they're going to tell me like, yeah, well, the manager had a problem with X, Y, and Z. So he don't want you bringing X, Y, and Z. I don't know. They could have took all my shirts and threw them in the trash for all I know. Okay. Fast forward it up. Fast forward it up. They got new staff. One of the other staff members has a clothing line as well, and his clothing line is cool. Um, I don't know, like I'm an energy person, so I could tell when people's energy change, and I don't like it. Because not all the time I have the answers for it, right? So I bought some headbands. This was like years later down the line. I bought headbands, right? To give to the staff, and the guy with the other clothing line wound up taking them. Once again, I don't know if he could have threw them damn headbands away, anything. But just the fact that he would do that, I don't know. This is just a thought in my mind because I never seen anyone say thank you for the headbands. Nothing like that. He just took them, and really, that was the last person I would have wanted to give my stuff to give the other people there. But he just took them. It was like maybe 3 people standing there. He took them. So anyway, saying all this to say, I have a rapport with the people, and now the guy with the clothing line is like a newer guy as well, but he wasn't there in 2017. But about like 3 people probably that's still there are from the beginning. So yeah, when I come in, I'm pretty excited, pretty happy. I talk to some of the staff, especially the older ones. We know each other, things like that. And I can tell it really gets under some of the people's skin that I don't acknowledge. In particular, this one guy, right? I don't really say shit to him. He knew, and then his face reminds me of one of these guys that I dealt with that was he fucking was a fuck boy. Okay, his face reminds me of that. It's the same face. I'm like, he's shorter though. He reminds me of a fucking fuck boy. So I already don't say shit to him. I come in, give him my ID, blah blah blah. I say, hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, everybody else up the front. We might laugh, talk, and then I go to the back. So one day in particular, I felt like I walked into a boys' high school locker room. He was at the front, and when I came in, all the boys was behind the window, and the males, whatever you want to call them, and he was like, I think I was asking like, do I go to the back or do I stay in the lobby? And whatever he was saying, it just seemed low key rude. Like he was trying to, like impress them or whatever. Like, kind of impress them, like make it seem whatever his little funny shit is, whatever. It wasn't funny to me. I felt offended because I'm like, what is so funny? Like he was like, go and keep on going to the back. Bitch, are you mad because I don't talk to you when I talk to everybody else? Is that it? So your faggot ass, he like one of those millennials with the, I don't know, he like talk fucking proper, black ass, talk like he white and shit. Like one of them. Now, I have a small proper voice, but his ass is like, like one of those talking, wanting to be white type. But nobody acknowledges his ass. I know I don't. So, and not to say, it's something wrong with wanting to be something you not. Shit, fuck. You can't be white. You can't change yourself to be white. You could be better, but you can't be white. Is white better? No, it's just a different race from what we are. But this is what he wants to cater to, right? So he said whatever he said, and it had the whole freaking like row of guys laughing like, oh. So I just walked to the back, and that day I'm like, y'all allowed this clown to fuck up our relationship. Cause like I see the other guys, like when I come in now, they be looking in my face, like trying to see if I'm going to say hi and shit. my whole vibe is off. And I'm not used to being mean, but now it's like, nigga, fuck you. Like all y'all. Even though my dude, like the one white dude that was there the longest, like he looked like he is feeling it the most because he'll look at me and then if he see I'm not paying him no mind, he'll do one of those quick head turns to try to act like he wasn't paying me no mind. But I know it's fucking with him the most, and I wish I could be like, it's because of your bitch ass coworker. But this coworker seems like a pick me, and when he not included, he want to fuck it up for everybody or make it like a mean boys type of thing. Like, take your little weird fucking ass on. Like I don't know. I'm gonna make up some shit for people need to get when they need to just get the fuck on. He's a shitbag. But yeah, he forever fucked up my relationship because I allowed that. Like, I'm not about to sit up here. I don't know these people like that anyway. But the little friendly thing we had going, you fucked it up because you wanted to be included when you wasn't. So that's one idea of what I mean by weird bitch energy. Like, all he had to do was just speak. Like, you want to build the reputation that I have with them? Speak. I see your ass, yeah, but I'm not giving you all that because I don't know you like that. And your vibes, like, ugh. He just wanted them, well, if I can't, then they won't. Like, get the fuck out of here, type. I don't like dudes like that. It's a bitch. Then you got weird bitches that's like, okay, they don't know you, they just met you. And I feel like this, like for any freaking body that I meet, I want to establish a fresh, clean, unbiased, unjudgmental relationship. And whether it's with a female, male, whatever. And I'm not saying like a relationship like, oh, that's my boyfriend. No. I'm saying just the friendship, association, whatever it is. I want to be able to be like clean, unbiased, like, yo, I should have a clean slate. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like with people, you have to start slow and go fast. Like, I mean, start slow and then gradually start to open up, which is dumb. Like, I'm not one of those, yo, if I like you, I like you. If I don't, I don't. We don't have to baby step a motherfucking thing, sis. We don't. Like, I don't know what's wrong with these fucking sensitive ass people or ones that you just gotta play games with in order to get, or just be fake, probably. That's probably what it is. I hate it. But when I present myself to someone, it is sometimes too much for them. Like, they've never felt this type of energy before. So they might form an opinion about me. And yeah, to me, it's like, yeah, we cool. But behind my back, the energy changes. It's like some type of competition type or jealous. I don't know. Like, that's what it feels like. And I hate it. Like, how the fuck do pretty girls exist together? How is the movies just a movie? Is the shows just a fucking act? Because it just really don't seem like pretty girls or girls that look decent or whatever can freaking gel together. If it is, it gotta be a fucking ugly ass bitch, a fat one, something like that. Like, everybody can't be pretty or whatever. And that's like the dumbest shit I done heard in my life. Cause everybody doesn't like the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what it's about, get over it. But yeah, you'll see like a lot of people put up or make sly comments and remarks about you or a situation that's familiar to you or something that you're doing or whatever like that, and try to downplay it or just taking jabs at you when you just left and the motherfucker was cool, but now you seeing familiar shit come up in a bad way because they feel like they need to compete with you or you trying to do something like them or whatever. Like I said, first do your research on people, see what they've been doing in their life before they met you. Okay, just because they revisited it. Like for me, I'm a pretty seasonal person. I just feel different in a lot of in every season. So, I see myself writing a lot more music around this time, around fall, around winter. Like, I feel more magical when it comes to that. In the summertime, I might want to create clothes and stuff like that. Like, I always bounce from things to things to things. Like, I don't see how a motherfucker could get up every day and do the same exact fucking thing every day. This is why I do not work for anyone. I'm not a slave. I wasn't born. I could not do that. Like, if I was a slave, I probably would have been the first taken the fuck out, because I cannot just program myself to do the same fucking shit every day. It got to be something wrong with your ass. Do you know the repetition of something over and over and over, especially if you are not happy, is called manic? That shit is crazy. So literally, you've programmed yourself to go to work or to do these things every day, and you cry and bitch and moan about it. You gotta get up. I gotta get up early in the morning. I'm tired. You're fucking crazy as well. Like, you have not by now came up with other ways to just take leaps of faith so you can live your life and enjoy it. You haven't. Wow. And how old are you? And then it's crazy because and I know I'm getting off topic, but it's crazy. I had went to, what was this, like a Big Lots or something last year, and it was cold outside. It probably was around this time or November. And I'll never forget, it was a lady that was a cashier, and it was probably like 9 o'clock. It was late. It was pretty late and dark. I don't know if it was 9, because Big Lots may have not been open, but it was pretty late and dark. And she was a cashier, and she looked like she was every bit of like 85 to 87. And she was a short little white lady. Really, she was like really wrinkled. That's why I'm like, yeah, she had to be in her 80s, right? And I think she was. So I just kept staring at her, and she had, like, it was like this other black lady, probably like in her late 30s, early 40s, standing behind her bagging. Oh no, was she bagging her shit up? I don't know. I think she was just like walking back and forth between the cash registers or whatever. So, the lady looked very sad, and I looked at her name tag, and I forgot her name, but I was like, how you doing? Let's say her name was Miss Sue. How you doing, Miss Sue? You look very sad, and I'm sorry that you have to be here right now. Like, you should not be here. And she was like, and you know what? I'm working on my birthday. I tried to call out, but they still made me come in. And she looked like she wanted to cry, and I was like, happy birthday, Miss Sue. And I gave her a hug, and I made her feel so good, like, just to acknowledge. Like, her face looked sad as shit, and I told you, like, I'm a energy person, so I could feel energy, like, before I even see it. So it was crazy that I was in her line for like 5 minutes tops, if that. And I noticed that, and that helped to make her feel better when she was around her employees all day long. And especially the one that I said was like right in between the cash registers. And they didn't even know it was her birthday. And when I said something, that's when the lady, happy birthday, Miss Sue. Like, y'all been here with her ass all day long, and y'all could not. That's crazy. It just really, really put me in a different perspective of having people around you that care about you, that love you, that help you, that cherish you, because, it does not matter what you're doing, but if your environment is not supportive of what you're doing, it can make it 10 times worse. That same day could have been like Miss Sue's best day ever. You know what I'm saying? If her employees would have supported her, or her coworkers would have supported her and made her feel important, she wouldn't have mind probably being at work, working that late. But again, people take people for granted. They got weird bitch energy, all of these things, y'all, and I'm just sick of it. So my goal, and I know I come off a little strong sometimes, because I ran people off just with this, like, I ran people off. I know that I can be a little intense, but I literally want to say, fuck everybody who is not adding value to life, raising the vibration, making people's day better, really, really helping people, and doing it with their whole hearts, where you know, you don't hear about it later, or well, some people help people and they want a pat on their back because they not used to getting that. So I can understand that. And that's a psychological thing. Because I just saw something yesterday, it kind of pissed me off, but then I'm like, let me think about it. So the guy, what did he do? He did something nice. He gave a man on a bike a pair of shoes off his feet. And he took a picture of it and he put it on Facebook. Like, yeah, I gave this dude a pair of shoes off my feet because I got a good heart. And da 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 da. I didn't like that post. I was like, why would you, like when you do stuff for people, it literally is supposed to fulfill you and make you feel good. But we have to remember that the point of social media is for validation. Let's not, I mean, we ain't going to go to the like marketing and sales. It's for validation and attention and to let people know what you're doing, like you still out here, okay? And a lot of people have become blanketed by social media because that is where they get the most validation. They get the most approval. They get the most love that they probably have never gotten or haven't gotten in a long time or don't get or whatever. So for him to put that up there, he was looking for the pat on the back, that he gave. I can understand that. But when you got people like, let's say celebrities or something that's doing shit and posting it and like, look, unless you really like coming to do projects in neighborhoods, or city neighborhoods and gentrified neighborhoods, or let's gentrify a fucking black neighborhood. Let's make all the white people move out and start our own community. Unless you making moves like that to publicize it, we don't give a fuck. Because people on Facebook that's regular do these types of shits too. Handing out turkeys, toys, what the fucking do. Okay? We need to teach our kids more about appreciation for life and each other than a fucking toy. Not everything is gonna fucking be a tangible thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I probably done ran it on, but I hope you guys enjoying all the information that I had to get off my chest. I just felt like I could not skip another day of not giving you some type of content. Like, I don't know, I don't want to get too personal into my stuff, but yeah, if I cannot get my videos edited, just know that either I'm on a time limit, I really want to get some content out to you, financial hardship, my money got to go to other priorities, something like that. But just appreciate the messages. Please, best buds for me until I can do better. Please, until I can get every video edited like I want. So I just went live for you guys. And I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, so you want to know what else grinds my gears? It's the weird bitch energy again. Someone that watches every thing you do, but does not comment, like, share, nothing. Now, it does not bother me on YouTube. I don't think I've worked hard enough on YouTube for me to even notice, like, if someone's doing that, or like, I'm still new to the YouTube thing. You know, the comments aren't enough for me to be like, oh yeah, she watches everything I do. But social media and Facebook, oh yeah, baby. That is definitely where you can feel the weird bitch energy. I do not like a bitch that looks at every fucking thing and does not say any, like, what are you here for? To monitor me? Like, I feel like those people are people that try to keep you in your place. Because mentally, it'll have you thinking about shit, like second guessing shit. And maybe you'll go like to put something up there and then, let me take it down. No, bitch, fuck you. Like, get to the part where you said fuck you. That is what I need all my best buds to do. If you are experiencing this type of shit and you was like me and you just wanted to make everybody happy and, you know, overlook all of those things and listen to people when they say, well, everybody, your friends don't have to support you. People don't have to buy from you, blah, blah, blah. Like, bitch, my friend can like my shit. She can share it. She don't have to buy it. She can help to do something though. That bitch is a hater. Like, trust and believe that. All right, all my entrepreneurs, video creators, whatever you doing, etc., etc. If you have people around you, especially you grew up with, you know that's your friend, your ride or die, whatever, or however it is, and up until the point where you started doing things in your life and they just fall back, they don't support you, they don't talk about your walk of life, like your shit, but they can like all the other ratchet shit you might put out or non-important things. Man, trust to believe that motherfucker is a hater. Cause I used to be feeling crazy when I just spaz out on people. Like, y'all don't support me, y'all don't da 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 da. I thought it was me. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was just me. Because I had other people around, like, I be seeing you cussing people out for not supporting you. They don't have to do, yo, a friend, you don't have to buy shit. But you looking on my shit, like, on my stories. I started making stories, yo, your little face is there. Why are you not liking it? You not hearting it? You not even telling me like, ugh, this sucks. You ain't doing nothing. No feedback. Yo, fuck you. I had to get rid of those types of people. Get rid of them. They are that's like your colonizer right there. And I mean, I had one that popped up like every year. I get rid of one, here come another one. These people want to waste your time. Hey, you want to go here? You want to hang out? You want to do this? You want to talk on the phone? You want to take you away from what you doing, what your focus is and your goals are, so that you can get knocked off your track. Trust and believe that. These people watch you and they plan on how to take you away from what you're trying to do. Because without them, you would probably be 10 steps ahead. Weird bitch energy. Like, how many other females is it out here? But you would go and support the same, you would go and support somebody else that's probably doing worse in the same shit when you know I'm doing it. You know I'm doing the same thing. Weird bitch energy. Like, so this whole time I'm hanging around people that was not even for me. You know, so that's why you got to really start to execute these things. Accepting it, believing it. This goes back to the help thing. Accepting it, believing it, remembering it, and acting on it. Catering yourself to act towards it because you already know this might be your first, second, or your second or third time. You already know how you know things gonna play out because this person not changing. So you got to change yourself. And that's just the whole just to it. So I feel like I did pretty good this time, y'all. I'm so excited. You know, to be here with you guys today. As you can see, I tried to make myself look a little good. The ponytail was getting on my nerves. It's getting cold. You know, my neck is out. My truck broke down. So I was like, this air is getting in my head. Like, I can't take all that. Like, I need warm climate. Whoever came up with this winter cold shit could go to fucking hell. And this is probably what hell feels like. I don't believe hell is hot. Trust to believe that. Anything dead is not hot. It's not. It's just not. Flowers, all those things, plants. I mean, me, like, we come out in the sun. I grow in the sun. I glow in the sun. My skin get dried up, ashy, tight, like all of those things in the winter time. It's not helping. It's not nutritious. It's not good. My scalp no. Who did this? Like, whoever fucking did this could take that shit back. Go over there. Go to the Alps. Go skiing. All y'all motherfuckers take the snow. All that shit with y'all. Winter wonderland. All that. Bye. Because that shit is, I need sun all day. This melanin needs sun. Sorry. But I'm about to go ahead and skate up off of here, y'all. I had fun today. I'm so happy, best buds. So happy. All right. Also, if you guys want to know how I've healed, how I maintain this amount of radiance from the inside out, you need to go cop my book, Divine Feminine, The Guide to Self-Healing. You can get it on Amazon. All right, best buds, I love you. And if you want to do that 28-day fruit challenge, I don't know if the books that are selling to the general public are like they making y'all wait 2 weeks, or because I ordered my book like back in December, like the early part of it is still December. So it was like the beginning of December, and then they told me my book was going to be here like January 17th or some shit. So Um, yeah, I don't know, but if you cop the book, please let me know in the comments because I would love to do the challenge with y'all. I would love. And then we can go over some things in the Divine Feminine book, guys. Like, I just need a whole bunch of healthy, healed women. Healthy, healed women who can say no to these no good ass niggas like the women did in Shy, who can be like, you know what, I'm holding my cootie cat to myself. That's not desperate to get laid. That's not desperate for a nigga. That can say no, that can keep that ass tight and walk off and let his balls get blue until he want to act right. Like those is the type of women that I want to be around on that movement type shit. You know, I'm trying to get on this movement type shit that's going to change some shit, that's going to shake some shit, that's going to ruffle some feathers, that's going to shake the table. All right? So if you're trying to shake the table with me, you ain't got to be all a woman. You can be a man too. Men, women, long as you up here, long as we here, vibrations is up. Ain't that right, China Beyonce? Look at her. She just, as soon as she heard shaking the table, get out of here. Yeah, I'm telling you. Best buds. All right, I'm out. Say bye, Chine. I love you. Look, I made up this thing. This my cousin China, and she built. Oh no, and she got. Hold up, what I say? This my cousin China, and she is four-legged. I caught her on I said Sesame Street, walking like a midget. Let me go, y'all. How you get out of here? Okay.